77. Because Dre is over here playing games, and we done did a soft start 4 times now. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So here we are. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Here we are, sunburnt but not dead.
Do black folks sunburn? Am I sunburned?
Sir, your forehead is peeling as we speak. It's all right. Because you claim you don't need sunscreen.
Black folk don't need sunscreen.
Black folk do need some sunscreen. That's how you end up with cancer. Go ahead and put that phone on silent because that's a disturbance.
Excuse.
Anyways, good people, we are back. We are not late. I was determined to record this episode so that you can get it on June the 30th, as previously promised. How are you doing, Dre?
I am good. I have energy. Wink, wink.
Ain't no wink, wink. Because I'm going to sleep.
I have
sleep.
Energy. Wink. Wink.
What does that mean to me? Wink.
Wink. Wink.
Somebody please get this man.
I'm doing good.
Are there any sister wives that can come help me out?
What the hell is a sister wife?
Somebody who can come help me out. Tag, you're it. Because I'm out.
I know you ain't saying what I think you saying. Because I give them the address.
Shut your mouth. You better not get nobody my address.
Come on over.
Come on over.
Wink.
Come on
wink.
over. First of all, if you keep saying that whack stuff, talking about wink, wink, ain't nobody going to come over here. Like, what's wrong with you? Anyways, good people. I am elated. First of all, we just went through one of the hottest pre-summers. Like, the summer came in. The summer said, y'all been asking for me? Here I am.
I have no complaints.
She literally pulled up 500 degrees. She was not playing. She brought the heat. She brought the humidity. She brought the thunderstorms, the lightning. The house up the street from us caught on fire. Like, it got struck by lightning. Summer, calm down, baby. You came in real strong. We just need you to slide in. You don't gotta punch us. Just slide in. Take your seat. Bring us the 90-degree weather, but we don't need all that extra stuff. Like, it was incredibly hot this past week. I know you said you like it, and I do like the heat.
Yeah.
But I don't like the humidity, just to step out and I can't breathe. I went outside for 2 seconds and I was sweating.
I don't feel that part, what you be talking about with
you
the
don't
humidity.
feel that part because you work in the house and you only be going outside.
No, I do go outside, but when you talking about I can't breathe and all that, I don't know what you mean by that.
Oh, maybe it's because I got asthma or something.
Okay,
I don't know.
yeah,
But
then
when I step outside, you don't be sweating?
Sometimes, yeah. Like the other day, I went out there to work out on the back porch. I was out there for like 3 minutes and started sweating.
Because I was about to say,
like,
if you went out that door for 2 minutes and you didn't sweat, you belong in Satan's house. Matter of fact, I believe you are Satan.
No comment.
Here you go.
See, that's what you get. Satan getting your ass. That's what you get. Get her.
Anywho.
Get her.
So, my check-in is that it was hot. It was hotter than hot. And here we are. My kids lived their best life this past week. They wanted to be in the pool. They wanted to play with the water gun. They wanted to do the rocket ship. They wanted to go to Moe's. They wanted to go to Galaxy. And they did all of that. Because that's the kind of parents we are. Suckers.
No, that's good parenting.
How do you say it's good parenting?
I don't know, but I feel like I'm a good parent, so I'm going to say good parenting.
I feel like you're a good parent, too. You're just a sucker.
Okay.
Especially for the oldest.
Sure will.
I'm a sucker for the youngest.
Both of them.
So, yeah. Anywho, let me see what I have here. The people want to know, do we ever argue?
Do we?
Heck yeah! Do y'all know what it's like living in a house with Dre?
I don't think we argue like that, though.
We definitely don't now argue as much as maybe our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
But even in our 20s, it wasn't like we was in here. We've never been physical with each other. I can honestly say Dre's never put his hands on me. I don't think I've ever put my hands on him. At least not in an argument. Like, we play fight. But nah, when it's serious, though, keep your hands, feet, and other objects to yourself. because you'll get slapped around here. And that goes for both people. Do we argue though? I think we disagree.
But
there are times where like, so arguments are different for us. If I don't like something that Dre has done, I can think of one incident in my head right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get mad. He's going to say what he got to say. I'm going to get mad, say what I got to say. And then we're going to kind of separate. There's like this awkward silence.
Well, what incident are you talking about so I can know what you're talking about?
Okay, I don't remember the exact incident, but we were outside, and I think I assumed that you weren't gonna lock the gate or do something, and you was like, "Don't assume, just ask me."
Yeah.
And so, in him being ticked out, because I tried to assume why he did a particular action,
Right.
and I was like, "Well, you only did that because of ABC." I don't remember the exact words, y'all. And so I'm just like, "Well, you only did that because of this," and in him getting mad, he was like, "Bitch, I ain't da-da-da-da-da-da."
Now, I ain't do all that. I don't remember all that.
Did you say the B word?
I don't think so, because that ain't what the argument I'm thinking you were talking about.
Oh,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, so he said the B word, y'all. Don't you let Dre lie to y'all. Because a lot of stuff don't get me upset. Him getting mad, bucking back at me, that don't bother me. When Dre get mad, he gon' unleash a B word. And so when I'm not mad, I don't take the B word offensive, because that's just how he kind of talk. When I'm mad, that B word feel a little different.
What you talk? I did what now?
You know how you be like, you don't say bitch, you be like bitch, like B-I-H. So I know that you don't mean anything by it. You're just talking.
Well, I'm talking about in the argument.
Oh, here we go. We getting ready to get in an argument right now. This is how it goes down, people. I don't know. We was doing something, and I was like, it had some. I know we were outside for a fact.
Okay.
In the backyard, and I assumed that you were gonna lock the gate because you was like. In my head, I was like, he'd think I'm gonna just get it, and it was something about me assuming. I know for a fact I assumed that you were gonna do something, and you were like, if you had just asked, I could have told you my frame of thinking, but you always assumed that. But this was after the fact of us conversing about it.
Right.
In the heat of the moment, though, I said what I said. You punched back with what you said.
Right.
And then we separated.
Gotcha.
And then we went maybe about 10 minutes not talking. You went upstairs. I was down here. And I remember being like, oh, no, we got to talk about this. And I know, too, I never think it's good to just roll up on somebody full-fledged argument. Govern yourself accordingly, because you get slapped around here. You're not really going to get slapped. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you give people time to kind of cool off, come to their senses, because maybe they feel different later. And so when you came downstairs and I was like, we need to talk about this. And you was like, what you got to say? And I explained myself. And you said, well, this is where you went wrong. You shouldn't have assumed da 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 da. And I was like, Dad, I didn't know that that's not what you were thinking. He was like, yeah, because you didn't ask me. You just assumed that I think like this, and that's not how I was thinking in that particular moment.
I remember having the conversation, but I don't remember the particular incident.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. Like, these pieces are very vague, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. As you can see right now, Dre don't even remember this argument. Like, we don't argue like that. Like, when we disagree, either if Dre does something I don't like, I call it out right then. If he does something, if I'm doing something that he don't like, he just calls it out. Like, it's never a big issue like, well, we got to be fussing and fighting and.
Now, I knew some couples who used to do that. Like, if you are used to that, we don't do that.
I'm not. I'm not a toxic person at all.
We don't do that.
Again, I'm gonna say what I got to say, and he gonna say what he got to say, and then we gonna separate.
Back to your corner.
And then I'm gonna say, hey, we need to talk about this. And again, somebody's gonna have the floor. You're
that
gonna
comes
say
with maturity.
It does come with maturity. And then at the end, either we're gonna agree to disagree, or somebody's gonna bow out gracefully.
Right.
Or sometimes it takes self-reflection, such as this incident. I do remember me saying like, oh, it's my problem. Like, I shouldn't have assumed that I know how you think. Just because, I mean, we've been together for 20 years. You still don't, like, I know him, but I don't know his thoughts, if that makes sense. So, you know, I became the bigger person in that. I'm not saying he became a smaller person, but I just was like, hey, actually, Jack, you were in the wrong.
Right.
Pipe down on that because you don't know how he thinks. You should have just communicated. And we went on about our day. So, yeah. Here you go. Anywho.
My snuggle bug.
So, I can't really, of the times that we've had big arguments, we weren't married. And
oh, that was way back in the G day.
Yeah, I was about to say that was like 20,
when I kicked you out my car.
That at least has been 15 years ago.
Yeah, more, yeah.
It's probably even more than 50. It's probably close to 20 years ago.
Yeah. That was like...
Why do you think we don't argue like that?
I don't know. Like, why are we arguing? Because I have no idea. I'm trying to think about a certain couple who used to argue all the time and why they would argue, and we don't have those
Are these
problems.
college people?
No,
couple?
these are...
The couple you're talking about is the college couple?
No.
Whisper it in my ear. Go ahead. Come on, tell me. Oh.
Yeah.
Because they weren't compatible.
Right.
I don't know.
So, yeah, that's a good point. If you're arguing like that all the time, you might not be compatible.
You might not be compatible.
Yeah.
Or sometimes Dre gonna do some stuff I don't like.
I hope my whisper didn't get picked up on the audio.
I don't think it did because I barely heard it myself.
Okay.
I was straining.
Okay.
But I'll go back and see too. We know that it happened somewhere in that 10 minute, 11 minute mark.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be arguing like
no. And then too, like, so the same way you wouldn't argue with your friend or your mom or somebody because you're gonna be selective with your words.
Right.
That's the same way me and him argue. Like, I'm not about to go low because at the end of the day, like, he's still my husband. I still like him. I just don't like what he did or said in that moment. Let's talk about that and move on. Like, all that back and forth, I'm not doing that. I don't know, but I hope that answers your question. We don't argue a whole lot. And when we do, separate, come back and talk it out, and move on.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Move.
Because at the end of the day, you got to get to bed together. You got to sleep together.
Or do you? Because some people...
You got to live together.
You know, I just found out that somebody that I know ain't been sleeping with his wife in the past 3 years. They sleep in separate bedrooms.
For 3 years?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I ain't got to the root of it yet.
They don't like each other.
Something. Wait.
They ain't had no tail in 3 years?
I don't know if they ain't had no tail in 3 years, but they, according to him, because this could all be lies, that they have not slept in the same bedroom in the past 3 years. And he said this was her suggestion. I said, oh, you done did something terrible. Because ain't nobody just going to be like, oh, I don't want my husband to sleep with me.
He cheated.
But I don't think it's that.
He cheated.
I think it's something else.
What else could it be?
I don't know.
To make the wife that mad where she like you gonna have to sleep downstairs or in a separate bedroom.
I can see that happening if you were to say we haven't slept together or haven't been in the same bedroom in 3 months. 3 years?
That's what I'm saying.
She committed to. You'll get over that in 3 years. I'm sorry. Women say they're not gonna get over it.
What's more egregious than cheating in women's eyes?
Disrespect. You don't love me. I don't feel worthy or appreciated. We're more emotional than just like she could have got over the cheating in a year.
Right.
3 years? If it's cheating, he must have cheated with her sister or her mama.
Yeah.
Cause ain't no way 3 years you holding a grudge that long.
Great.
Like,
y'all might as well split up 3 years.
Beats me.
Cause I'm not about to. Are they cordial with?
Yes, I've actually seen them at functions together. They talk, and it did not. I promise you, they putting up the biggest front because when I see them, I have never thought that they don't sleep in the same bed.
Right.
There are hugs. I've seen them hold hands. I don't know if I've seen them kiss, but I've seen them like her putting her hand on his shoulder or back, rubbing down. But what?
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Okay, so little secret about me and Dre. When one of us gets sick, the other person gotta go. The sick person has to go to the guest bedroom.
Although she doesn't abide by that rule most of the time.
I I don't. And that's my business. But anywho, the sick person is supposed to go to the guest bedroom as to not get the well person sick. Because they got to take care of the kids. The house still got to run. That's the only time me and Dre ain't in that bed together. Arguments, baby, just get to your side of the bed. Because I'm
turn your ass the other way.
Toot your butt up and go on back to sleep. Because I'm asleep in that bed.
But you claim the guest bedroom bed sleeps better than the...
It does. It does. Now, I ain't gonna lie. My guest bedroom...
But why you don't like going down there then?
I do like going there. I don't like getting comfortable down there. So, like, if I go down there and maybe, like, I'm still sick at day 4.
Right.
I'm ready to get on back in the bed. Because you don't need to be... I don't need you to get comfortable not having me around.
Right. Last time I was down there, like... It's some good.
Yeah,
like
you were down there for a moment.
2 days, 3 days, you like, shit, this is the life. But after day 4, you like, no.
And I think too with me, not only is the bed comfortable, but sometimes I'll wake up like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I do that in our bed too. But I know that at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm sleeping with you, I can't turn the TV on.
Right.
Down here, I'll turn the TV on. I'll be watching Netflix. I'll be on
2,
my
3
phone.
o'clock in the morning,
I'm doing all kinds of things where I couldn't do that if I was in the bed with you. So that's another reason why I'd be like, well, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Anti-hoots. So, shifting gears a little bit. Today's topic is going to be a little kid-centered. If you got kids, listen up. If you don't got kids, listen up.
Listen anyway.
Question of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Are you friends with your children, your boys?
Well, the youngest one tell me I'm his best friend every day.
And that ain't no lie.
So
I don't even know how true
pat
this
myself
is.
on the back.
Because no. The youngest one is he a scam artist because when he get in trouble with me, he be like, Mama, I love you. You my best friend. So get on, because you in trouble.
And so he doesn't tell me that when he's in trouble. He tells me
he tell me that when he in trouble.
Like, I'm giving him a bath,
he don't really like me.
I'm fixing his food or something like that.
Oh my God, does that mean he's scared of me?
I don't know.
I don't like it. Now I gotta go spoil him some more because that's my toot.
Yeah.
So there is so many people out here, and this concept has been around for a while. Like, I have to be friends with...
I ain't one of your little friends.
So on one spectrum, we hear this, I ain't one of your friends.
Yeah.
But then I think we have a lot of millennials who try to be their child's friend, especially in the teenage years.
To a certain point. Like, you still have to know, the child has to know who's the authority figure in the relationship.
Yeah. So that you would have set that as a ground expectation.
Right.
There's some respect there.
Right.
To not take it too far. And I always tell people, like, I can't stand when people, just because our kids are 3 and 5, so they're younger, they'll be like, oh, you'll understand it when your boys are teenagers.
But they keep moving the goalposts, because before it was, well, you don't have kids, you don't understand. Then we have kids. Oh, well, you don't understand because they're young. Like, shut the hell up.
Yeah, I every time it irks me so bad because I grew up in a household with my mother, and my mother was not my friend. Right. She was not. Growing up, my mother was very much the disciplinary parent. I still talk to my mama. I still would tell her stuff that I don't think I'm supposed to tell her, like when I lost my virginity. I would tell, like... And I didn't get in trouble for that. Right. There were things like, I knew that if I really needed my mama, she was going to be there for me.
Right.
Now, if you on the foolishness, you getting ready to be on punishment, or you're going to get towed down one. Like, I literally lost a whole tooth because of my mama. Don't play with me. I'm not one of your little friends.
Was not one of your little friends.
Not one of your little friends. But I was not abused or anything like that. I have a respect for her.
Right.
And as a grown adult now, we are more friends now than when I was a child. I just don't feel like I need to be my son's best friends. And I'm not saying that because they're not teenage. I'm not your best friend. I'm not even your friend. Right. I'm your mother.
Right.
Handle me like such. It's weird to me. So I bring this up because this week we were presented with a situation. And so I'll form it as a question.
Cool.
Would you allow your sons, if our sons were 17 and 15, would you allow your 17-year-old to have sex in our bed? So I'm going on vacation, you're there with the child or the children, you go to work, and you say, it's okay for them to have sex in our bed?
Hell no. I tell my child that.
Like, or you make it okay. Like, there's nothing against you having sex in my bed.
I'm a snatch. Who did that?
Okay, so then the second question is, would you be okay with them having sex in our house?
No.
Y'all, for real, like...
No.
The fact that this person said, it's okay, like, I... Not necessarily condone it, but they give their permission to
This was a dad?
Yes, he gives his permission to his son to have sex in their home because he's going to do it anyway. He's 17. I'd rather him be here and it's safe. Where the heck is it not safe? Like, what?
Is he a in-the-house dad?
Yes, his son lives with him part-time, I believe. Something like that. But again, he tries to be his son's friend. And I'm like, what? So anyways, he came home from work and he discovered, there's some more to this story that I'm not even going to get into, but he discovered women items in his bedroom. He even discovered not the used condom, but the used wrapper in his room.
The dad discovered this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And he just said he cleaned it up. He didn't address it. He was like, oh, it's like, I know this belonged to him. Oh, there's a neck. Yeah. But I know this belongs to him. It's, it's okay.
He ain't say no.
No. Do what?
That don't sound right.
Baby, the way my mama would have had me, she would have turned me every which way but loose in that house.
I have found that in my house, and I know my kid had been there. Not saying that he would have been in trouble, but I'm gonna do some talking to. Like, what the hell was you thinking?
Because this can't happen again.
Right.
Never. Like, this ain't the house for that.
And he didn't say nothing?
Because in his thing, it's okay. Like, I'd rather him do it here. It's a safe spot. And I talked to him about consent. I don't know. You not grown?
I don't know what these...
Do what?
And
I wish I could tell y'all more about this story, but I really can't.
Because what I got now don't sound right. Like, I don't think a dad would do that.
But he seems to think that it's completely normal.
That's not normal.
And I said, that's not normal. I said, I can tell you, you should ask Dre. I'm going to ask Dre, and I know for a fact he's going to be like, have you lost your mind? No, you can't even have sex in my house, let alone in my bed.
That's not
What is we sleeping behind each other for? Because that is...
In my bed, and he said it was okay. The dad said...
Yeah, like, I'd rather him do it here where it's safe. What's safe about your house? He can't get pregnant at your house? Like, his birth control in your ventilation system or something?
So the dad said he was
STDs
okay
don't happen at
with
your
his
house?
son having sex, not only in his house, but in his bed too.
In his bed.
Does the son not have a bedroom?
Yeah, he got a bedroom to my understanding. Like, and that was one of my questions, like, okay, so why he wasn't in his own bedroom? Because he has his own bedroom and his own bathroom, so...
So not only does he have his own bedroom, but he has a bathroom also.
Yeah, it's connected to the bedroom.
And the dad said you can use them.
Because maybe things happen.
You not telling all the story because this shit don't make sense.
I can't tell all the story because it's going to... Well, the other parts of the story really don't matter. The other parts of the story are going to identify who I'm talking about.
Oh.
But the other parts of that story, honestly, there's no more parts of the story that are going to make this situation more explainable. Like, there's going to be no more clarity. You're only going to be like, do what?
Either... I can't believe that a dad would tell his son this.
What would your dad say?
Like, this has happened. My dad caught my brother in their room. What they was about to do.
In your parents' room?
Yes.
Oh.
And he went off.
Because that's nasty.
He went off. They didn't even start yet. Like they was about to.
Yeah, you would not.
He lost his shit.
Like that's not a. I don't think that's a religious thing. That's a respect thing.
Like why would you? Yeah, that's okay, son. I don't mind.
No.
What the?
I know people who are friends with their child who say you will not be doing that at my house.
So that's what they mean by that, like be friends.
Well, that was his thing. Like I like to be my, I would like to be my son's soft spot. If my son needs me, I'm gonna be here for him. I'm gonna support him. I said that's not support. That's crazy.
If this is true, then this is a dad that doesn't have. Like, he's not in the house with him. Like, he doesn't have, like, custody of the child, 100%. And he's trying to get in good graces. Like,
maybe so, because I was about to say he's 17, so yeah, he's not considered an adult. So
yeah,
still
so he's trying to make up for some shit that happened in the past or something, and this is his way of doing that.
I just know within my family, when I think about the people whose parents have been their friends, the children who are now adults are like, I didn't want you to be my friend. Yeah. I actually wanted you to be I didn't want you to be mean, but I wanted you to be the person, to give me guidance, to guide me to something other than just let me do what I want to because it's fun. Like, do what?
Yeah, that story don't sound
right.
Who
is the parent here?
I can't wait to hear who this is.
Here you go.
That sounds like a damn lie.
Here you go. Okay, so anyways, off of that subject, again, I already stated this earlier. Our children are living their best life, and I love that for them. They are out here doing everything that the heart desires. As soon as they say it on a Monday, by Friday, mommy has it in motion. You want to go to the beach? Let's go. You want to go to the lake? Let's go.
Speaking of, we need to, I think I want to plan one more trip, like water trip for the kids.
Like to where we went last time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
That's no problem. Seen this post and it said that if your house is the house that has all the neighborhood kids, they come to your house to eat at your house, hang out at your house, sleep over at your house, that they consider your house a safe spot. Mm-hmm. Not safe like disrespectful, but I can be myself here. I love that for people.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I necessarily want that for us because Dre here talked about our neighbor. There's a little kid that is friends with our son.
I ain't said nothing bad about the boy.
You didn't say anything bad. But honey, this little boy come to our house and he be like, y'all got some juice? Y'all got some snacks? Y'all got water?
Go ask your daddy, can I have a snack?
Go ahead. I literally hear him. I be in the house and he be like, hey, go ask your mama, can I have a snack too?
Or he'll be like,
water. Bring me. My oldest would be like, I'm going to get a snack. He'd be like, bring me one too.
Yeah.
Bruh, we not feeding the neighborhood. And I be feeling bad because I be telling
we give it to him every single time.
I be telling Otis, like, we ain't got no snacks to feed him. And he be looking at me like, well, Mom, what you want me to tell?
Yeah, you can't send him back outside with snacks.
Our oldest will literally go out there. He don't have no coof about him yet. He don't know, like, he's supposed to cover for us. He gonna be like, my mama said no. My mama said we ain't got no snacks for the neighborhood kids. So now we over here feeding the neighbor's kids.
Yeah.
Again, that's cute, but my pocketbook says it needs to touch the hem of the Lord's garment.
I'm gonna start charging them $2.
First of all, you tried to charge my nieces and nephews $2 a snack.
$2.
$1 for water.
$2.
Those are your actual family members. So last weekend we had the cookout for Juneteenth, and my family and friends came. They were all invited. My nieces and nephews, 7 and 6? Something like that. Yeah. Bro was over here literally talking, it's gonna be $2 a snack. And the kids were looking at him like,
looking at their grandma like, is he serious?
Is he serious? And my sister was like, she looked at me and I'm like, go get the snack. Stop.
$2. I put it on credit.
So apparently my niece owes us money because it was her kids.
They had multiple snacks.
I'm done. So it's like times 2, so it's probably like $20. No. because them kids was eating. Again,
And the water.
They live their best life, and I love that for them. So I think what I was trying to explain to you earlier, we had this previous conversation, is that I enjoy watching my kids flourish and live a worry-free life. I want them to grow up and just be kids. Just be who you are, without being in survival mode, without knowing what racism is until it's time for us, of course, to have those conversations with them. Just to be free. I don't think I knew a lot about racism. I don't think I ever, if I did face racism, which I'm probably sure at some point in time I did, it wasn't evident to me until probably high school. I don't know if I was naive to it or my parents shielded me from it or what happened, because now that I look back on where I grew up at,
Right. How did you not see it?
80% of them people.
Right.
Now that I go on Facebook, they definitely voted for it's red, 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 red. And I want to be like, do y'all know where y'all from?
Right.
Our socioeconomic status said that you should have went this way, but you went a whole different way. And some of the statuses that I see, so I know there's some sort of issues that I face. I remember being very carefree. Now, what I do remember is that by the age of 15, I had my first job. And it wasn't because I was curious and wanted to work. It was because, hey, I need a little help. And you gonna have to go on out here and get you a job.
Who, your mama needed help?
Yeah. I don't think it was a conversation of I need help, but like if you want these specific things, you can buy them yourself. And so,
oh yeah, I remember you telling me that.
That's not
which
really
is weird to me.
Yeah, looking back, it's a little weird. But it's definitely something that I don't want for my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil them. I want them to know the value of the dollar, but I also don't want them in survival mode before it's time.
Right.
You got your whole life to be an adult.
Right.
Be a kid.
Yeah.
If you say, I really don't know what I want to do with my life, I'm probably the type of parent that's going to say, sit here right at this house until you figure it out. When you're ready to fly, we'll fly together.
I don't know if I agree with that necessarily.
Okay, tell me why.
Because I feel like they can figure that out in college. Unless they say...
I was about to say, what if one says, I don't want to go to college?
Yeah, unless... And then... Okay, then I kind of do agree with you. Sit here until you figure out what do you want to do.
Now, by no means am I saying just be like, oh, I'm going to sit here at the house and do nothing.
Right.
Oh, no, we got to have a plan.
We going to have that conversation way before it's time to get out of the house. Because
you as a parent know.
They're going to have a plan, whether it's straight to workforce or to college or whatever it is. They're going to have a plan exiting senior year. So we will know well before then whether or not college is for them.
Okay. So I think what I was trying to explain to you before was me personally. I can't speak for every black and brown child in the world. I can speak for me though. I felt like growing up from the age of 15 to whenever, it was very much survival mode. Mm-hmm. You have to take care of this for yourself. College is the only option you have, and you going to school. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, can I have a moment to breathe? Like, do I really want to go to law school? Should I really be a poli-sci major? Like, a lot of those conversations I think could have been had in the very beginning. And maybe it was just the lack of knowledge of those things, but I don't want that for my kids. I want them not to be, just live while you can. And then you can be an adult when you're ready. Now, this is within reason. I am not saying you 40 years old living at the house because I ain't ready to be an adult. That's not the speech I'm giving.
Yeah. There's a balance between what you're saying and, being decisive of what you want to do. Mm-hmm. And so if you're undecided at that point, maybe take you some time, but how long do you take?
Sure.
So
I think as long as you have a plan and we see you working towards those goals, then it's not an issue. When you start missing deadlines and missing your goals, hey, hey, now you look like you just here. And I
Or it
don't
doesn't
understand
appear that you're working towards anything.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what I mean by it. But yes.
Because I know where I'm from. I was not going to stay at the house with my parents. I was going to get my black ass up out of there.
I didn't want to stay at home either.
I was going to go to somebody's school.
I literally graduated from our college. I graduated from college and I didn't go back. I was technically homeless. I stayed with a coworker. I stayed with a coworker's family. I stayed with Dre's family. We were just dating. And I was like, I'm not going back home.
Yeah.
But I made a way, but I don't feel like I should have had to do that.
Right.
You know, I feel like there should have been a soft spot for me to land and kind of figure out my life at that point because
I think it was. You just didn't want to take it. I don't think there would have been any issue with you going back home.
I don't think there was any issue with me going back home, but I didn't want to go back home, and the soft spot that I thought that I had to land was not available to me. Because there weren't any job opportunities back home. So let's make that clear. My mother and father did not tell me not to come back home. I didn't want to go back home. And I wanted to stay in the area of my school because I felt like job opportunities were here.
Mm-hmm.
But certain family did not think that they was like, you ain't coming here to stay. And I was like, well,
that's kind of G'd up. I wouldn't be talking to them today.
I think back over those times, like when I say I stayed with a coworker's family. I even stayed with D&D. Do you know who D&D is?
No.
2 kids. The daughter's name started with a D.
Yeah.
I stayed with her.
Oh, name started with a. I thought it was started with
the
a
daughter's.
J.
No, the daughter's name starts with a D. The son's name starts with a D. The son lives in California.
Oh! You stayed with them?
Stayed with them.
Oh.
Okay, stayed with your aunt. Stayed with you. I literally stayed. He was.
I was still in school.
He was still
I
in
was
college.
still in school. She stayed with me.
And I lived in his dorm room.
And the RA knew, but she couldn't catch us. She said, we tried.
One time, and the RA is now my line sister. And I told her, I said, I remember one time.
She said, I knew it.
You came to do a room inspection, and my big grown tail hid up under a twin-size bed.
Oh,
and my line sister was like, I knew you was somewhere in that room, but I couldn't figure out where. And you remember your bed was up against the wall, and I got up under there, and then he put all his toes in front of me.
Boy, we done been through some shit, Jack. We done been through some shit.
So he was determined. We're gonna be together.
That's why you ain't want to go home. You want to be stuck up on me.
I went to be with my boo thing.
That's sweet.
Boy, bye.
That was well.
Anywho, it's probably about a good 60% of it.
That was it.
Anywho,
the real truth came out.
All I'm saying is to you parents out there, be gentle with your babies. Yeah. Life is already going to be hard because I got to go back to work tomorrow. And we only got a 15-minute little break. Actually, 30. We got 15 minutes for Saturday, 15 minutes for Sunday.
That's all it is.
We back to work.
30-minute lunch break.
This is life. And yes, you're going to take vacation.
And you got to do it till you're 65. And they trying to raise it to 70.
I thought it was 55.
They trying to, I don't know.
Is the retirement age 60?
I think it's 65. That's what
the retirement age better be 55. And maybe they raised it to 65.
No, it's 65. They trying to raise it to 70.
Sir, who the heck is working at 70?
Yes,
I can guarantee you it won't be me. It ain't going to be me. Somebody going to be, get my 457 and my 401k and start drawing them. I'm not, get my savings account. I'm not. Did you say 75?
No, 70. So it's 65. They're trying to raise it to 70.
So I'm not working to no 65.
Like, yeah.
At 65, I'm gonna be in Italy somewhere on a yacht. Like, hold on, wait. Let me take that back because we old parents. How old will I be whenever the kids graduate? Don't you worry about it.
Girl, we're gonna be 65 when they graduate. I hope not.
Okay, so maybe I won't be on a yacht nowhere. Where's my calculator? You just hold on now. Calculator. How I do the math on that? Do the oldest. So the oldest was born in 2020. Oh, no.
Plus
He's
18.
Hold on, no.
Plus 18.
Plus 18?
Equals minus.
My birthday?
Yep. Equals. Oh.
Oh, I'm going to be 53 years old when my baby graduated from high school.
Yeah.
53?
That's not old, though.
It's not old, but that ain't where I thought I was going to be. Okay, 53, which means I'm going to be 55 when the youngest graduates.
Yeah.
Well, that's about retirement age, 55, because I'm not doing 65. I said what I said, and I meant it.
And I swear my grandma stopped working around 55.
I think my grandmother did, too. I think my grandma be having her some side hustles, because my grandma is 81, and she still is in her prime.
Had a rich daughter, too, so
she could do those
my
things.
aunt retired her. Yeah.
But yeah, I ain't no way. By 55, whenever my youngest is going to graduate from high school, I'm getting ready to pull out that. I got to pull out. I got to get out of the workforce. And then they can do college all by themselves or something. I don't know, but
we gonna have to pay for college.
60, and we're gonna pull it out of their little funds or something. Because I'm not working at 60. At 60, do you know how I tell folks off right now?
Yeah.
By 60, I'm be telling them, baby, don't come here with that. I can't help you. I don't know.
And I don't know how it is in like public sectors, but like in corporate, this is not a good place for old people. Like, cause nobody likes the old people at work.
Not nobody likes the old people.
They don't. And like, if you hear them tell the stories, you could tell the young people ready for us to retire, ready for us to get out of there. But not saying that's how I feel, cause I remember one guy, he retired from my last job I was at, and we threw him a big old party, but I used to talk to him every day. Get a whole lot of knowledge from him.
I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I ain't gonna be at nobody's job. I ain't clocking in.
Well, let's hope.
I guess I'm
double
gonna
down
have
on
to
that
own
401k.
my own business or something, because I'm not doing it.
No. But the powers that be wants to raise it to 70. Like, I don't like the capitalist culture is so, and they've convinced other people that, oh yeah, I want to work till I die.
Like doing that.
That's crazy.
I wanna still be able to functioning and moving, but I'm not clocking into nobody's office and doing no.
I couldn't imagine.
Ooh, I want to do what I want to do. If I want to get up
trying
and
to
work the farm,
run meetings at 70?
Baby, I'm in here watching Days of Our Lives. Leave me alone. I ain't had my morning coffee yet. Get away from me. I would be a force to be reckoned with. If I'm working at 70,
I know I ain't gonna
nobody's gonna like me.
See nothing on that computer screen.
The font about this big.
Let me raise the font.
Baby, hold on. Where's the G at on this keyboard?
I'ma send the reports. Just wait on it.
What you say? Y'all still got fax machines? Nah, we ain't got no fax machines, Mr. Dre. Y'all, so what y'all want me to do? You send it an email? They probably gonna have it. By the time AI get there, we ain't gonna be sending emails no more.
Look, I'm supposed to get them instructions on how to install stuff, but I need some help installing too.
Well, somebody there to help me. Okay?
Send your IT people over.
70, crazy work.
No.
Anywho, Dre, do you have anything else?
I do not.
We're gonna wrap this episode up. I am proud of me because I did it on time. Episode 77, y'all. You guys know how to reach us. We're on Facebook at Unfiltered Spots. And if you want to write us and ask for advice or questions, such as our questions of, do you guys argue? You can find us at unfilteredspot@gmail.com. And if you're looking for our platforms, all of our stuff just on one site. We do have a website. It is theunfilteredspot@gmail.com. And until next episode, we see you later. Bye.